So a while back I made a video titled, Why a Toontown Sequel Doesn't Thrill Me, in which I explained several reasons why I was first off doubtful that a Toontown sequel will ever happen, but also skeptical of the end result, and it caused decent discussion. Well, a while after, Crazy Dynamite left a video suggestion in my Discord asking me to explain the ways I would be thrilled about a sequel. I thought it was a genuinely good idea, and as such, here's this video. So Megasnoob touched on this topic too in his own video titled My Thoughts on a Toontown Sequel, and a good fair of my reasonings will probably lie most likely pretty close to his, but without further ado, here we go. So let's say Toontown 2 or a new Toontown game was officially announced on the Nintendo Switch or just back on the PC. Let's assume that this concept is functional as an MMO just like the original game. First and foremost, the biggest thing, for me at least, is it would revitalize the community we have. Not only does the power of Disney advertising and Disney products have the inevitable ability to bring in new players and people to the Toontown community, but as Megasnoob noted in his video, the basis that we would have would basically be grown and built upon. By that I mean Aaron, Smirky, Gag, Royko, anyone with a decent presence in the Toontown community all of a sudden transition into focusing on the sequel, and we have a previous foundation from the original game to build that upon. That means growth not only for the community and the player base, but an absolutely perfect opportunity for Toontown streamers and YouTubers to also experience potentially a decent amount of growth and newfound support for the content they create, and naturally that thought excites me. Okay, so assuming again that this game comes out on the Nintendo Switch or the PC and is something brand new, it provides us with probably one of the biggest things we've all yearned for over the past 3 or 4 years now. New content. If this sequel or reboot were to happen, it'd undoubtedly have new content, whether it's in the form of revitalized or new playground designs or locations or just worlds to explore, new plot lines maybe, more diverse enemies, better and newer graphics, better engine, more activities, more interactivity with the environment around you, more polish on the game than a 2003 video game would have, potentially new gameplay mechanics, maybe new gags, different or new ways to battle. Just there's so many potential things that could possibly be done new, revitalized, changed, or tweaked in a way that it would be astonishingly amazing to be able to experience this new gameplay and experience that Toontown, a sequel, would bring. Another thing is there's not much else out there like it. As long as the private servers exist, it fills this point, but it's still logical that it fills that void of MMOs, but also an MMO that literally any age of person can play and still enjoy. And to add on top of that, the cartoony vibe is also one that is seriously lacking from the world of video games, and this brand new sequel would actually be probably a welcome addition to that genre. Another thing is it would probably spur the likely return of some familiar faces, the most notable being Jessie Shell. It's all but a given in my opinion that if a Toontown sequel or reboot were green-lighted, that it'd be put in the hands of Jessie Shell, and those are some very good hands for the game to be in. From his love of cartoons, comics, and just the original Toontown online game, and its community itself, that'd be a very happy reunion for me. I think it could also possibly inspire the return of some former Toontown YouTubers and streamers as well. I mean, if this game were to come to fruition, and they got the motivation to try and jump back into creating content and entertainment on the game, I could see it happening. And last but not least, it let us relive the game that a lot of us actually grew up with or had years of nostalgia playing all through it. It let us take those memories and those experiences that we had as children or teenagers or however old you were and you experienced those, and then relive them and re-experience them in a whole brand new way. Learning the game, seeing the visuals, seeing the world, interacting with people, figuring out gameplay, trying to do glitches and cause innocent trouble like we all probably did when we first started playing. Imagine being able to re-experience that again in a brand new way. The game's nothing but nostalgic for me. I mean, I grew up with it from the time I was about 7 or 8 to now I'm still playing this game, so seeing a new coat of paint and a new take on the entire game would be wonderful regardless of the outcome of how the game actually truly ended up being. Just being able to see the attempt at the revival of my childhood game and seeing the work that went into it would be an experience that would legitimately thrill me. I wish I had the optimism to say that I'm confident in this future with a sequel, but frankly, I'm just not. Disney's game development sector is at an all-time low, and are they even developing games anymore? I'm not even sure, and I'm unsure of how interested they'd ever be in actually bringing the game back. Honestly, I hope as much as I can hope that it does happen for the reasons I stated, but I want that to be a reality. It could cause potentially nothing but the best for everyone in the community. But whether it ends up happening or not remains to be seen, but as for now, we'll all just have to keep on holding to some hope. Thank you all for watching, and as always, I'll see you next time in my next video.